Production.
Hello everyone, we're here with Jay Yorgopoulos.
Hello.
Okay. The Munas Scout Leader winner of Tumult 2025.
Yes.
NLX. Would you like to tell us a thing or two about you?
Not really.
Okay, then let's proceed with the decklist.
So hi, for today's tournament, where I have the leader. Not today's tournament, the Tumult Championship. I chose to play Teija and Aura. It's a leader I have been very loyal to since set 1, and this is the leader that earned me the Muna Scout badge, which I use as a souvenir for my drink.
Okay.
I would like to make a brief introduction to the deck. There is nothing really surprising here. I play a regular plants engine that nowadays every Muna player plays. I played 3 Spindle Harvesters, 3 Sneezer's Room, 3 Dracaena, 3 Aloe Vera. This is the main engine on the deck. These are the plants what you want to stick, to buff and to give card advantage in the case of Aloe Vera and Spindle Harvesters.
Why not the Cinder's Room's rare slot?
Yeah, I have explained that in the previous video.
Okay, let's leave it there.
I think that
Let's leave it at that, it's okay.
the rare slots are occupied in this deck,
Yes.
and we cannot afford to run since it's a bit niche. It's sometimes good if you have uniques that when something gets boosted, something gets anchored, then I would maybe prefer since it's rare, but I don't have such uniques in my deck.
Okay.
So no, I think common does the job good enough.
Did the second set enhance the Aloe Vera Loop guide?
I only have actually one card from a second gen, we're gonna see in a while, but
Yes.
otherwise the deck has stayed the same. I don't like many of the new cards like So or
Okay.
Lost in the Wood that people run. I'm loyal to Mana Reaping. I think Mana Reaping is much better. I'm gonna explain why that's the case.
It sounds,
But I'm gonna eat a few rice first,
yes.
if you don't mind.
With chicken, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So next, we have payoff effects. So the goal of the deck, let me speak out.
Okay.
The goal of the deck is to have plants down, anchor them, and have stats to contest expeditions. Once we do that, we have some payoff effects. Ogun and Lyra Thespian, 3 and 3. Never leave the house without 3 of each. You don't know how to play the faction.
Maybe one in your pocket.
One in your pocket for emergency purposes, as we have taught you in this channel. But yeah, I will never play less than 3 of these cards. No.
Okay.
So, payoff cards, you do the plans, they get buffed, and you win expeditions. It's pretty easy actually.
As they say, payoff cards, you do the cards.
Yes, except if opponent has removal, then you don't win. But
what do we have?
we have, no, not yet.
Yes.
First of all, we have 2 Muna Caregiver, 2 Muna Druid.
Yes.
So these cards, because we have a lot of resupply, they are very decent to see as a resupply effect. To give Anchor, it's for free, it's an X effect. Otherwise they are vanillas, they're not that good to play from hand, but Muna Druid can be a decent N1 play, Muna Caregiver can be a decent care filler, if you need it to, but these are usually cards that you prefer to play from resupply, from your reserve. Then I play 3 Nurtures. Many people play So nowadays. So is a bad card. I prefer Nurture because Nurture can be used as an after you. You can play it 2 times in a turn, whereas you cannot do that with So because it has cooldown. It gives more buff than So. It buffs 2 characters, and it's very nice from reserve because of 1 cost. You get for 1 cost 2 stats. So I really like it a lot, and it's also very synergizing with my uniques that we're gonna see.
It does not have cooldown also.
Yes, exactly. No cooldown. So it's a card I prefer. It's after you can be played 2 times a turn. It has 1 from reserve. I don't know why you wouldn't run this. And also a fringe interaction that I'm gonna give you now. If your opponent plays Tiny Djinn in the late game, in order to set it up for Bravos Bastion next turn, you can buff it with your Nurture, and then it goes to mana and not to reserve. That's a little niche trick that you can use to surprise your opponent.
Spice.
You ramp them, but in late game it doesn't matter. So, 2 Beauty Sleep, very important card. It's one of our few interaction pieces that the faction has. It can also be used defensively as a pseudo anchor for our own characters. It's important in matchups, for example, Afanas for their Kadigiran Mage Dancer. It shuts it off completely. It's not that good if you see it from resupply because it costs 3. Actually, the worst card to see from resupply, but as I said, it can be used in emergency case as an anchor effect.
Okay.
3 mana ripping, don't play Lost in the Woods, play mana ripping.
Why?
Why? Good question. So, Lost in the Woods, well, in terms of removing permanents, mana ripping, Lost in the Woods is better because it doesn't ramp the opponent. But
Yes.
mana ripping is very good at dealing with characters and uniques, much better and much more consistent than Lost in the Woods, because Lost in the Woods requires a green expedition. Mana ripping doesn't require that. So it can be used anytime. It's very good at killing again. Kanditiran Mage Dancer. I focus again on Kanditiran Mage Dancer because Afanas is a bad matchup for our deck. It's very good at killing Kanditiran Mage Dancer and Spindly Uniques, for example. Cards that you cannot easily get rid of, and by sending them to reserve, you don't get rid of them. So mana ripping is a vanish oxy action. It's a solution for everything.
And you forget the stains.
You don't play it, yes. You don't play it in early game, obviously, because you ramp your opponent and you lose tempo, but late game, must to have. Floral Tent. This is the new addition from the second edition. This is a very nice card to have in your deck. I like that it is after you. We needed cards like that, something cheap to play to have the switch the turn to the opponent to see what they do, and then we can contest the expeditions. It gives us a actual protection, because it protects from sacrifice effects, it protects from blizzards, it protects from removal, from sending to reserve, from any kind of adversities. The tent is here for you to protect you. And it's just a lot of plants, it has a lot of resupply, so you can enable Muna Caregiver, Muna Druid, Nurture, for example. So, very nice little card. It also helps filter through your decks. For example, if you have a bad hand, you can keep one Floral Tail to dig into to find more cards. And then, what is there? I wanted to tweet that.
It's okay.
Then, the last card.
Best card in the game.
Best card in the game. In certain matchups like Fen and Arfanas, irreplaceable. You need to find not 1, but 2 or 3 in order to win.
Or to win.
It enables Spindle Harvesters because it gives a boost at noon. We always run the rare version. It enables our uniques, we're gonna see in a little bit. Very, very nice card to have. But keep in mind that you lose tempo sometimes with this card.
It's eternal play.
Yeah, maybe, but it's for example a good play turn 2 to play along with Spindle Harvesters. Play this, see where your opponent contests, and then play Spindle Harvesters in the other expedition. That can be a surprise. Yes, nice card to have overall. And in some matchups, necessary.
I believe it. Can we see the uniques?
Yes, we see the uniques. In the uniques I focused on anchor effects because, as I said, I run the anchor engine, and this is the most efficient way to play Teija, in my opinion. So, Kodama, Arrow Asleep, Worthless, Trash, no.
This is what you would thought.
This card I bought for a lot of money.
Can you give us a...
No.
No, it's not. Yes.
GDPR.
Was it more than 100?
Yes. Obviously, yes.
Okay.
But this card, whenever it gains boost, 2-2, 4-2-2, whenever it gains boost, it gives anchor. And because it has Arrow Asleep, it sticks to the board. This is very crucial, because you can have it come down, get the Teija effect, get a boost, give anchor to another plant. And then in the next turn, it stays again. So if you have a Muna Bastion, in the noon it gets a boost again. So you can re-anchor. So you get the anchor engine going, and this can pretty much lock up the game for the opponent. It's also very cheap at 2 mana. You can do it even on second turn. You can start anchoring stuff and getting a very significant value on the board.
But it has Arrow Sleep.
Arrow sleep, yes. You don't get the stats in middle, so late game when you want to finish off and finish off the game, maybe it's not that good because of arrow sleep. But other than that, because it's so cheap and because due to us being asleep, it stays on the board.
Yes.
I'm ready to make this compromise to have arrow asleep on a body that has this effect and is that cheap.
Okay.
Coniferal Conman, this is the best conman in the universe right now. If you have a better conman,
PM.
you lie. So, 4 mana for both hand and reserve, 2 free, arrow, anchor, arrow, not hand, not reserve, arrow.
Okay.
Whenever it gains boost, it does the same as Kodama. It gives anchor to another character. And this is completely broken because on your second turn you can smash this down, you have a Spell Harvester or a Dracana already on the board, both get anchored, it's inefficient from your opponent because they can remove only one threat in the second turn, then you play another anchor character and then you lock them up because you have more sticky characters that they can interact with. Very nice card, very decent stats, anchor effect on its own, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but 4 mana can be a bit tricky sometimes to remove. For cards like Tiny Jail, obviously, for cards like Team War Training, not that easy. So 4 mana can also be good sometimes. And the last card, this is a placeholder, this is a Moonacre Giver, but for the tournament, for the Tumult Championship, I ran, let me eat some rice first. I ran another Kodama my friend gave me. It's the same as this Kodama. This is not a Kodama, but I borrowed the Kodama. So I have 2 Kodama. This Kodama, the other one that I proxied, I don't have with me now. I tried. It gives anchor whenever something gains boost. So when you get boost, you give anchor. So it's like pretty much like this, but for 1 mana more. This is 3, this is 2. But my anchor all over the place, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Another tip for you people out there.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the opponent plays, let's say, imaginary scenario now.
Yes.
The opponent plays Axiom Salvager.
Yes. They want to.
The 1-drop that they want to put to reserve.
Yes.
And they want to put to reserve to make resupply, to filter the deck. You don't allow them
Get
because...
the bash from Bastion and...
Yes, but you don't allow them to because you give it anchor with your unique. So then it sticks to the board and they cannot resupply next turn and they cannot have the stat from Bastion.
Okay.
Be smart. Anchor can also be used as disruption. So, that's what I had for you today.
Mm-hmm.
My deck profile, I think the deck still rocks, still is one of the best decks in the meta.
The matchups and your opponents?
Yes, I can tell you about my matchup. So first round I played Fenris, they didn't draw any spells, so it was free.
Mm-hmm.
Second round I played against Kojo. I had this Kodama here, they had only 1 Intimidate, so they couldn't deal with my board. I won again. Third round I played Sigismar, it was a player that has actually done top 8 in Flesh and Blood, I don't know if you know. Famous player, I don't want to name him now.
Okay,
Famous player.
yes.
I won because Sigismar is a good matchup and I draw again all my uniques. As you see, most my wins I explain away with the uniques. So yes, it's not a skillful game. Just have the uniques and
slam the money on the table.
Slam the money on the table and also rise. Always.
Yes.
So next game.
Yes.
I played against Afanas. I won against Afanas.
Yes.
They had a good unique. I didn't have my uniques in that game, but
Stage takes it all.
No, I didn't have stage saver, but they had the chance to recur and off you go, but they didn't. They prefer to recur and helping hand, so, but off you go is more important in the matchup, especially if I don't have my stage.
Yes.
So, yes, I think that was a minor misplay on their behalf, but still a very close game.
Yes.
And Lyra Vesper and Beauty Sleep closed the game out. Last game I played against Sigismar, free win, and top 8 was 3 Sigismar games. 3 Sigismar games. This deck is a beast. A beast against Sigismar. Also, the Sigismars in Greece, they don't run Grand Endeavor, which we like as Muna, because Grand Endeavor, especially if you go for a greedy player with Spill Muna Bastion, it can really, it can be like, fuck us up.
Yes.
But they play mostly Monolith and not Grand Endeavor, so in that regard, it was a bit lucky on our side. We didn't face Grand Endeavor.
Yes.
And Monolith we can do also deal a lot easier with mana ripping. And also if we have our anchors on the board, Monolith is not that impactful anymore. So I played against Free Sigismar. It wasn't that tough of a game, especially, but only the quarterfinal. Quarterfinal was really tough. It went into tiebreaker. It was coincidentally the game I didn't have any uniques.
Yes.
But other than that,
It happens.
yeah, it happens. But other than that, not that much stress. We got the Tumult champion, 200 euros sale now. If you see the video, you get 10% discount.
With
200 euros sale now.
With rice.
With rice on the table. So,
Yes.
I would like to thank you.
Yes.
I want to thank my team και Altered.
Yes.
Και Altered, very nice guys that helped me a lot in play testing and they also did very well in the tournament.
Yes.
Shout out to them. Other than that, I think we're good.
Okay, so like, subscribe, and please write in the comments if you want us to do a deck profile of Konidaris playing Basira naked. Thank you.
Thank you.